Hello everyone, welcome to this first video. I will be doing here a quick post on my actual morning routine. I will first ask sorry for the video being as a portrait and also for bad camera, bad microphone. I hope you can forgive me. Maybe someday that will be better. So, the focus here is to record myself and so I can see later what I am doing, how I am doing, because it helps in the process of achieving better results and kind of being your own teacher, right? Because you can not see yourself from an outsider perspective without a camera, and also because then I don't need to have a lot of space in my cell phone or computer. I can just let it on YouTube. So here I am, and I hope it can be good for some of you also. You could see it at the beginning. I really chose a poor camera angle. You could not really see me. I was at my knees and I was doing a quad stretch. I think it's a really good way to start because my quads are shit. They are really tight, and just sitting there and relaxing makes more easy to do the other exercises, and also because it's a hard one, it's always good to start with that. Then I'm doing here an exercise that I learned from yoga that stretch the hips, the ankles, and I don't really think or count how much time I will spend in each position. It really goes on the feeling. I am also not trying here to do a really long, because I will do this every day, so it usually take 15 minutes. Don't want to spend 1 hour there stretching, so I think 1 minute maybe each position is a good. And I try to hit a lot of different muscles and joints of the body. Now you see me here twisting a little bit and pressing my knee inside. I do that because my left hip for some reason is shitty tight compared to my right, and when I do that it makes a crack and I feel much better and loose after that. So I think these videos will only be also 10 to 15 minutes usually. Here will only be my morning routine. Maybe I do some other videos other times from other things that I also do that I think are interesting. For example, waist training, calisthenics, maybe cooking. Also a big fan of cooking. A lot of recipes. Think that is really helpful, really important. Probably we'll also be doing videos about how to cook, what to cook, how to eat, and this stuff. Actually, what I do, and maybe it can be useful for someone. Now doing some butterflies. Don't know the correct names in English for these positions, but in my language that is a butterfly. So I'm just trying to open the hip a little bit, the adductors, and it's also a good position for someone who wants to squat better, because in the squat you need your knees to be open. Of course, that depends on your anatomy and body. Please take here what I say as applicable only to me. So, in the moment, probably forgive me one more time for my English. I think a nice reason also to do these videos is because I can practice my speaking skills. I am not, as you can probably already have guessed, I am not a native English speaker. So I can understand really well, I can read everything, but for speaking, because we don't really use it, it's a little bit hard to be fluent already. But I think when I do this frequently, these voiceovers, I think it can really helps also with my pronunciation and speed. So now I'm doing the cat-cow position from yoga, where you round and you tight your back and hips. That's really good to work on the mobility. But here I am doing a little bit, not the usual version. The usual is with the legs a little bit more closed. I was with my ankles wide, and that makes a little bit harder on the hips. And here also I do the same as the beginning, the quad stretch in the knees, but also with the legs wider. So it also feel more in the hips when you sit back. Give it a try if you have not done that. Also, I was one more hip exercise. The one is hard because you really have to focus on maintaining the back straight, because the first thought of my body is to round the back here. So I really try to maintain it straight, and then all the stretch go to my hips. And yes, so this morning routine here, I have been doing it for 5 months now. I think I started to really do it every day in July for this year. Keep in mind that I always have stretched since really young, years and years. So I have a above average flexibility and coordination, I would say, for someone who doesn't practice a lot of sports. If you try to go into these positions, maybe it can be a little bit hard in the beginning, but everybody has to start. And if you would like, maybe you can have some clues here. So now I am doing a ankle stretch for the calves, also for the hips. You cannot see because I was stupid enough to not give a angle that can fill me up when I am standing up. So here I am leaning to my side also, because you can really feel the hip flexors when you do that, and also pressing backwards, so my ankles receive also that pressure and stretch. I have a injury in my left ankle from a couple of years, and that not a big injury, but it was enough to make my left ankle really more tighter than my right one. So I try to spend a little bit more time on the left side always. Here also in this exercise, in the squat position, I try to stay more time pressuring more my left side than my right one. And here it is a squat with the focus of only stretching more the ankles. I'm not caring about much my back, my hips. I'm just trying to not round so much, but I'm trying to really contract my tibialis and let my ankles go down. One thing that's really nice, because I have started doing this in 5 months now, I can already see that my feet are closer to the ground. Maybe someday, in a couple more time, they will eventually touch it, and I will achieve a really deep squat position that would be really cool. And yeah, I just stay there trying to let it loosen up. And for someone, my goal in the moment, I think the biggest one is become a really good squatter and deadlifter, doing these weighted movements with in the gym. So doing this mobility routine every day really helps to keep my body flexible, because when you train heavy squats, heavy deadlifts in the next morning, usually if you don't do anything, you just sit back and rest, you will be much more tighter and with sore muscles than if you just move a little bit and try to do something like a walk or a little bit of a cardio like bicycle and whatever. So even though when I really tired, really painful in my muscles, I still do it, because I know that after that I will be better. Okay. Now I think I will change for a feet on the ground squat. You see here that my feet are really close together, and that's why I cannot get in the bottom of the squat with my feet on the ground. So I open up it a little bit, get to a more comfortable position, and now I do a basically basic body squat and just stay there to, yes, trying to let my body get used to the movement, because for me, I don't know, but my lower body is really stupid in comparison with my upper body. I am not a natural squatter or natural runner or whatever. I have much more easy with the upper body movements. All my childhood, I really did a lot of swimming, so I really have my stronger body parts are my back, my chest, and the legs were not so much trained because of years of swimming, I guess. Now I'm doing a little bit of hamstring stretches, just trying to get there and not forcing anything here. I really have discovered that if you force the stretch too much, it's not a so good stretch. The goal is more to relax and not to get in the point that you want, because that can really stress more your body, and then you have to recover also from the stretch. And here I just want to allow the recover from the other harder exercises. Now here I'm doing some movements that help to loosen up a little bit. Only static stretching also is not the best. It helps to do a little bit of dynamics. I learned that from Alexander Lowen from the bioenergetics, and now I am going to do a 10 minutes meditation. So that was today. I hope there is more videos coming soon that I will continue with this, and I catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and let's go.